Greetings to all. My name is Sameh Wahba. I'm the Global Director for Urban Disaster Risk Management, Resilience and Land at the World Bank. And it's my pleasure to join you, albeit virtually, today on the occasion of World Cities Day in Roundtable 3 on Towards a Resilient and Green Future COVID-19 Recovery in Partnerships. Now, we know that cities are in the front line of the post-COVID recovery and the fight against climate change. Cities were hit really hard by COVID-19. There was a contraction of economic activities, a loss of tax revenues, estimated anywhere between 15 to 30%, and the economic impact that was felt from the contraction of tourism, services, and manufacturing that really hit cities hard. And at the same time, service delivery costs increased and the viability of many establishments and services, including public transport, were called into question. And public investment declined considerably. And at the same time, we know that cities are critical for climate change mitigation and adaptation. They're the place where 70% of greenhouse gas emissions and CO2 emissions take place, where 2/3 of the world's energy is consumed. And they are also the places that are most exposed to disasters from natural hazards and extreme weather events and the impact of climate change. So things like flooding, sea level rise, temperature variability, water scarcity, extreme heat are all affecting cities and the poor and vulnerable households within those cities disproportionately. So as the UN Secretary General said, COVID-19 recovery and the planet's repair can be two facets of the same coin. The one part I would like to add to that sentence is that cities are central to this dual action track. Now, at the World Bank, we believe in this and in the role of cities in both leading the post-COVID recovery and climate action. And for this purpose, we have two major initiatives out there. The first was created in 2017. It's our flagship City Resilience Program, CRP. It has been operating in more than 100 cities. It has leveraged over $10 billion of financing, and it has a focus on 3 tracks. The first is scaling up resilience in planning, so risk-informed land use planning and resilient rating for investment projects. The second is scaling up access to finance for resilience, and that's both concessional finance by coordinating interventions of donors and also access to private finance by providing, among others, guarantees, including from the European Union and from the World Bank to de-risk private investment in resilient urban infrastructure. And the third is partnerships for resilience. Now, the second key action track is the World Bank has issued its new climate change action plan for the period 2021 to 2025. And we have really scaled up extensively our ambitions. We were already the world's largest multilateral financier of climate action, and we are gearing up to increase our investment by even more, by 20%, including ensuring that adaptation receives at least 50% of the investments. Now, we have put 5 key systems for transformation, and cities is one of them. Now, besides resilience and climate change adaptation, we will also be scaling our work on climate change mitigation in cities with a focus on spatial planning and land development regulations to achieve compact growth, on greening buildings and the construction industry through adapted building regulations, incentives, and support to municipal stock retrofit for energy and resource efficiency. We will also be scaling up our work on solid waste management, as well as on greening infrastructure through expanding the use of nature-based solutions and the integration of gray and green infrastructure. So with all these actions, we do expect to scale up our support extensively to cities so that they can combine the impact of what they're doing for the post-COVID recovery together with making it key interventions to scale up climate action, both on the mitigation and adaptation front. So we very much look forward to working together with all of you, development partners, governments, mayors, local governments, and to scaling up our action for a green, resilient, inclusive, and sustainable recovery and development. I wish you all an excellent day. Thank you.